Most of us spend the vast majority of our waking hours anchored to a chair. It is a baseline state of sitting that predictably results in chronic sluggishness and low energy. We tend to assume that correcting this exhaustion requires a severe overcorrection, tearing muscle fibers in a gym, paying for expensive memberships, or suffering through brutal, high-intensity workouts. Instead, health experts often hand us a ubiquitous, gamified mandate: walk 10,000 steps a day. For many, it feels like an arbitrary chore rather than a precise medical prescription. But what exactly happens inside the human body when you actually hit that target? Over the course of 30 days, the body undergoes a highly predictable physiological cascade, systematically rewiring the human machine from the inside out. For a largely sedentary body, adding several miles of walking in the first 72 hours is an immediate mechanical shock. The lower body absorbs the friction of this new movement. You will predictably experience sore calves, tight hamstrings, fatigued glutes, and notable muscle stiffness. This discomfort is a biological requirement. The musculoskeletal system is working harder than its dormant baseline, forcing inactive tissue to wake up and stabilize the joints. Pushing through this initial friction is necessary. It is the mechanical trigger required to launch all of the internal adaptations that follow. By the second week, the localized muscle soreness fades, and the adaptation shifts to the broader cardiovascular system. Consistent walking forces the heart to become a highly efficient pump. This drastically improves circulation, delivering oxygen outward to tissues throughout the body. Saturating the body with oxygen eliminates systemic sluggishness, creating a higher baseline of daily energy. A metabolic shift also occurs. Depending on your body size, speed, and the terrain you cover, this continuous movement easily burns hundreds of extra calories a day. By the end of week 2, the body crosses a threshold. It transitions from fighting the daily movement to efficiently fueling it. By week 3, working muscles demand energy, rapidly pulling in circulating glucose through expanding cellular receptors. This improved insulin sensitivity naturally regulates blood sugar levels, avoiding the extreme spikes and crashes that cause midday fatigue. Moving into week 4, the benefits reach the brain. Physical activity stimulates a powerful chemical shift, triggering the release of endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin to elevate mood and reduce stress. That altered, calmer brain chemistry directly improves sleep architecture. The body falls asleep faster and enters deeper, more restorative phases of rest. By day 30, any visible shift in body weight is often secondary to the stabilization of your metabolic and neurological systems. The 10,000 step target functions as a cultural landmark rather than a fixed biological threshold. The true driver of this cascade is the delta, the difference between your sedentary baseline and a new active habit. Reaching 6,000 steps provides massive benefits. The curve levels off at 10,000, proving the initial leap is most critical. The most effective health target is not a rigid number. It is the highest volume of daily movement that you can maintain consistently over years. To achieve this volume, implement practical structural solutions. Break movement into short hourly chunks. Walk after meals to aid your blood sugar. Pace the room during phone calls, and default to the stairs. Lasting systemic changes to your body rely on the compounding power of putting one foot in front of the other.